What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all having a fantastic day. So, as some of you know, I am wrapping up my final semester of college, and as I've been planning out my next year and the things that I personally want to accomplish, one of the goals that I've set for myself is to earn $200,000 during my first year after graduating. Now, that probably sounds ridiculous, and it's very likely that I will fall short of that goal, but I don't want to settle for less than what I know I can achieve, and neither should you. So whether you're like me and you're about to graduate yourself and enter the real world, maybe that's something that is still years away for you, or maybe you're a grown adult who already has an established income but wants to earn more money, today I want to walk you through my entire plan to earn $200,000 in my first year after graduating and break down the entire process so that you can do the exact same thing yourself. Alright, let's jump right into it. Okay, so first of all, I know that $200,000 as a first-year graduate is a very lofty goal, but the reason that I chose that number for myself is because I know it's definitely going to be a stretch to legitimately achieve that, but even if I fall short of that goal, I'll still probably be happy with the result. So while I'm going to be breaking down that particular number in this video, I highly encourage you to set a lofty goal for yourself that might feel a little bit of a stretch and outside of what you can actually achieve, but even if you set a goal for yourself to earn $200,000, but you only end up earning $100,000, then that is still fantastic for a first-year graduate and way more than you would make if you hadn't tried at all. Okay, so the first and most obvious way that most people are going to make money is through a regular salary or hourly wage. Now, don't get me wrong, there are definitely jobs that will pay you $200,000 in a salary right out of college, but they are few and far between, and unless you are some genius investment banker or have a very specific skill set that is highly sought after, then making $200,000 right out of college from a regular job is probably not an option. So if that's you, then congratulations, and I'll see you in the next video, I guess. But I know that that is definitely not the case for me, but how can we still reach for that $200,000 income? Well, regardless of how much you're making from your regular job, that's going to be a large component of your overall income, and what I hope to show you in this video is that you absolutely do not have to, nor should you rely on a single stream of income, especially if you want to make more money. As I've mentioned in other videos, the key to maximizing your income and building wealth in the long term is having multiple streams of income. So yes, for most of us, myself included, that first main stream of income is going to be your regular salaried or hourly job, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, but before we start breaking down all of the numbers, let's address something that some of you are probably thinking and wondering right now, and that is, how are you supposed to generate a substantial income from a side hustle if you're working a regular job for 40 hours a week or more in some cases? Well, I'm glad you asked. That might feel like a tall task, but every week is made up of 168 hours. So assuming you work an average of 40 hours per week and you get a healthy 8 hours of sleep every single night, that means that you still have 72 hours of free time remaining in the week that you can be doing other things. Obviously, we all have a ton of things going on in our lives that do not and should not revolve around making money, but even if you just spent a fraction of those 72 hours on a well-optimized side hustle, you could pretty easily double, triple, or even quadruple your income while still having plenty of free time to enjoy your life and relax. Alright, sounds great, but we all know that it's not quite that easy. So let's go through an example and mix in some of my own numbers to show you my plan to earn $200,000 in my first year after graduating and how you can do the exact same thing. So like I said, we're going to start with that regular 40-hour per week job since that's the logical next step for most college graduates. Now, salaries and wages with that sort of thing can vary drastically depending on a number of factors, including what field you're in and where you are geographically located, but according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, in 2020, the median income for first-year college graduates is right around $48,000 per year in the US. So that's the number that we are going to be using for our examples today. And just a quick side note here, remember this is the median income, not the average, because averages can be heavily influenced by those outlier examples that we talked about about earlier, so that's why I am using the median for our example. Okay, so maybe you make more than that median, maybe you make less, or maybe your income fluctuates based on the results that you produce. But regardless of how much that base salary or income is, use that as the foundation and then build off of that with the other things that we're going to talk about next. So we've got that median first-year college graduate income of $48,000, and to make these numbers a little bit easier to understand, let's break that down on a monthly basis. So $48,000 divided by 12 months in a year means that you will be earning around $4,000 per month, not calculating for taxes, of course, which goes for all of today's calculations. And remember, our end goal is to make $200,000 for the whole year, which would break down to just under $16,700 per month. So as you can see, we have a long way to go in order to reach that lofty goal. So in my case, even though I have this YouTube channel that I absolutely love and will continue dedicating lots of time to, I did also get a regular 40-hour per week job that I am really excited about, that I'll be starting right after I graduate, like most other college graduates. But for our examples today, let's just stick with that median $48,000 income, or $4,000 per month, since that is the median that most of us first-year college graduates will probably be earning. Now, this is the fun part, because this is where those multiple streams of income come into play. We all know there's a million different things that you could do to start generating some side income, and you want to make sure that you pick something that not only makes money, but that you also actually enjoy. Otherwise, you won't be able to stick to it consistently in the long term. Now, this video is not about the best side hustles, so if you would like me to make a video about that, then definitely let me know down in the comment section below. But just get creative with this one, because as a college graduate, or really any individual with marketable skills, you can and should be monetizing the knowledge and skills that you have, whether that be through tutoring, some kind of consulting or coaching, flipping electronics, or literally anything else like writing a blog, or in my case, via a YouTube channel like this one. So using that $4,000 per month as a base for most college graduates, and using my income data from the past few months, I anticipate to earn about $5,000 per month from Google AdSense, another $5,000 per month from affiliate income, $2,000 from several other smaller methods of monetizing this content, and an average of about $500 per month from investment income, whether that be appreciation of capital or income from dividend payouts. Now remember, that is anticipated income based on my past data that I have extrapolated over the next year of my life and averaged out. But the funny thing about income from side hustles is it can take off really quickly, but it can also come crashing down very quickly. And as a result, all of those numbers other than my regular job will probably be fluctuating quite a bit. But based on the data that I have for the past several months for myself and extrapolating that out over the next year and averaging everything, I'm anticipating to earn about $16,500 per month times 12 months in the year, and that means that in my first year after graduating, I should earn somewhere around $198,000, which is just shy of our $200,000 goal. I want to reiterate one more time that these are just extrapolated numbers that I am predicting, but again, with side hustles, whether that be my side hustle or your side hustle, you need to remember that it's not always going to be a perfect straight line up, and you're going to have times where that income is going down, and that is okay and is completely normal. Now, those numbers that I just shared with you might sound like nothing to some of you, it might sound absolutely impossible to others, but remember that it's important to set realistic expectations as to how quickly you'll be able to generate income from a side hustle. For example, I posted 3 videos per week consistently for almost a year without making anything, and regardless of whether you start a YouTube channel, a blog, or start your own small business, remember that becoming an overnight success can often take several years, so just pace yourself and enjoy the process, and most importantly, enjoy what you're doing and allow income to be a byproduct of your efforts. I know it sounds cliche, but if you dive into something with the sole purpose of making money, it probably won't last in the long term, and you probably won't end up making very much consistently, and even if it does, you'll probably be miserable doing that thing, and unfortunately, that's the same whether it's a side hustle or your regular job. Alright, so that's a lot of numbers and math that I just threw at you, so what should you be taking away from this video to apply some of these principles to your own situation? Well, there are 3 main things that I want you to keep in mind as you embark on this journey over the next year or so. First of all, for most of us, we are going to need multiple streams of income in order to make a lot of money, especially in our first year out of college. Secondly, if you're just getting started with an alternative stream of income or a side hustle, be patient and enjoy the process, because if it was easy to just jump in and start making a ton of money overnight, then everyone would probably be doing that. And the third thing that I want you to take away above everything else from this video is please do not allow your income to directly correlate with your happiness. I know that might sound really cheesy, and as someone who makes money by talking about making money online, I would be lying if I said that my income does not consume my thoughts more often than I would like it to. But you've got to be able to disconnect that from your overall happiness. Obviously, making some extra cash from a side hustle is probably going to feel really good and might even make you feel a little more happy in the short term. And that is fantastic and is completely normal. But that can very quickly have the opposite effect when your income starts to go down. So you've got to be really careful with that. So make sure you set those lofty goals for yourself and spend those extra hours earning a lot of income outside of your regular job if that's what you want to do. But never ever let it get to the point where you are only worried about making more money, because if you ask me, it doesn't matter if you make $5 million per year if that consumes all of your time and your thoughts and makes you absolutely miserable. So I hope this video was entertaining and helpful in some capacity, and at the very least shows you that you should absolutely stretch your potential and the time that you have every single week and find those alternative streams of income to maximize how much money you are able to make, while also still having time to relax and enjoy your life. As I embark on this journey and my goal to earn $200,000 in my first year after graduating, I will be sure to keep you all updated. So if that is a video that you'd like me to make in the future, then definitely let me know down in the comment section below. I'd also love to hear what side hustle or alternative stream of income you are currently using or plan on using to generate some extra income. And as always, if you did get value out of this content and you want to help support me, it would mean a lot to me if you would hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who you think would get value out of this content as well. And of course, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it so much. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.